Hey, Jeff from Home Renovation here today to talk about LED lighting. And the reason we're making this video is because, as you know on my channel, I like to preach, know the end from the beginning. Well, in order to know the end, you need to know what light fixtures you're going to use, and that will dramatically impact how you wire your project. Today we're going to explore a bunch of different options that are on the LED market as far as lighting fixtures are concerned, because there are certain things that you can do with LED lighting you can't do with traditional pot lights or incandescent bulbs. And there are options when you're renovating to help keep ceilings high and make life simple for you as a DIYer. We're going to jump into all of this product. And remember, if you check out the video description, our supplier, GTA Electric, has arranged for a 20% discount for you. I know it's COVID and it's difficult shipping to the United States, but as long as the order is under $600, it won't get held up in customs and we can still ship it out to you. It takes a lot of money to spend 600 bucks on lighting, so I'm sure that this value would be a great value to everybody watching. Let's jump into all the options because I think we're going to blow your mind today. Now, believe it or not, LED lights were not originally designed to try to save the planet and reduce energy. LED lights were originally designed because we had a single problem in the construction business, and that was traditional lights, which were halogen or incandescent, were too hot. And there are a lot of building situations where we would have an open door in a basement, for instance, with a low ceiling, and the lights would set the door on fire because they got too hot. And so they came up with this, Slimline lights. Now, this is a solution for a problem. This can be installed in the drywall, and all you need in addition to this is enough space to slide this box, okay? They connect together here like so. So if you're in a basement, for instance, we'll just pick on basements for a little bit, and you have your hot air and your cold air line, there's usually a gap in between the two. You can actually wire this box, slide it in between the gap, okay? And when you're done, you can cut your hole, connect your line, and then snap in the fixture with only a ½ inch of space between the ducts and the drywall. That is a brilliant way to keep the height in your basement and make it feel more like a normal room without having to make big bulkheads, which we used to have to do if we wanted to have lights in those areas. So you got options now. You can put these lights over top of where doors or bar cabinets or other things like that, and you don't have to worry about heat transfer because this is low voltage and it doesn't generate enough heat to cause a problem at all. All right, that's a traditional light, and they're brilliant. Now these lights are also, just for full disclosure, they have a gasket on them, okay? If you leave this gasket on it when you install the light up against your ceiling, in a bathroom for instance, that seals up against the drywall, and now this is a wet area approved light because there's nothing here to open. There's no moisture that can get through that lens. You can put these directly in your shower. You can put them on the ceiling in your bathroom and don't worry about steam. All right, as long as you leave that gasket on, you're good to go, okay? The other thing that these lights can do is they can go into your ceiling if it's an insulated attic space. Building code and electrical code allows us to just cut the hole, snap this into the drywall. We don't need any vapor barrier protection in there or anything, okay? You can just slide all this up into the attic and you are good to go. So, retrofitting an existing space and adding some lights in an attic is easy. All you gotta do is fish a wire from that center light, put it to the four corners of the room, and you can add pot lighting to your room. Absolutely brilliant. Some of the information we got today goes really well with another video we just recently did. We talked about all my tips and tricks within the electrical aisle. We'll put a link to that video over here. But you can actually add pot lights to a room and cancel out the center light. All you need is a cover plate and a couple of my favorite tricks that are in that video, and you'll be able to do that too. Definitely worth a look. Knowledge is power, and so understanding what your options are while you're in your planning phase can really help you to understand options that you never thought were available before, and opportunities to gain space that you didn't know were there before. Brilliant. One of the benefits of this particular light, it's very strange, but you're gonna love this idea. It has a switch on it here. This switch toggles between 3 different color temperatures. Absolutely brilliant. Max just had his mind blown. So you can pick an incandescent light color. If you have other lights in the room and you want to add more light, you can go, yep, incandescent. You can go to regular daylight, or you can go to bright white, 4,000, 5,000, or 3,000 K, all in the switch. And if you change the design and the feel of the room down the road, you just pop these out of the ceiling, pull down your switch, and you can change your color temperature to match the color in the room, the kind of lighting you're going with, and you don't have any conflict. So let's say you're doing a renovation, and I'm a daylight guy. I like 4000K. I buy 4000K lights, I put them all throughout the house. And I got a potential buyer, they come through, they're like, yeah, but I just wish that we had a different color light temperature in these 40 pot lights that are in your ceiling. I'm like, no problem. I'll open up the ceiling and I'll change all the color to the temperature that you prefer. Boom, mind blown right there, house sold. Think about it. And I'm warning, those lights I think are $2 more. Ooh, but it's definitely worth it if you need to have that kind of flexibility, all right? Next option that we have in the world of pot lights, and this is awesome, you're gonna love this. We've had a lot of different options when it came to gimbal lights, which is what I mean by you have a light fixture and it can change direction a little bit, you know? So a traditional gimbal light gave you like 22 degrees, which means instead of the light shining down, it's shined a little bit to the side, okay? Now, prepare to have your mind blown. If you put it in a ceiling that's 45 degrees and you want the light shining straight down, now that's not a problem. Now we can go straight down, okay? Ready for this? This particular light has the ability to go to a full 87 degrees. That's almost a perfect 90. Boom, shine light right on a wall. Now, zero limitation with where you want to put light in any scenario. This is also a solid dome. It's vapor proof, safe for wet areas. It's also safe for insulated spaces, so it's IC rated as well. No vapor barrier, no boxes, no cans. Just wire it up, shove it in the ceiling, snap it in, boom. It's got the gasket on as well. This light can do anything, anywhere, anytime. Again, a couple bucks more, but man, if you've got a vaulted angled ceiling and you want to put pot lighting in there, before all you could do is just shine it across the room. Now you can direct that light to put it exactly where you want, highlight anything you want to do. I'm telling you, this is a game changer. Now I'm going to save my favorite light here till last. So you're going to have to endure the rest of this video. But this is going to be a game changer. If you are a homeowner and you're going to do a basement renovation and you're one of these people who just isn't comfortable with drywall, and there's a lot of people who aren't comfortable with drywall, and I get it. We do some really great drywall videos, right? And so I'll put a link up here for people who are interested in learning about drywall. But if drywall is just not a skill you want to get good at, then you can definitely renovate a basement using a drop ceiling. And now they make a light just for you. This is set exactly to the right height. You build your drop ceiling grid, you can slide it up, drop it in, and you have an LED light in the room. So you can make this as a central room light, or you can pop these down a hallway every 6 or 8 feet, and you can have hidden LED lights in your drop ceiling. They're low profile, so they're really easy to install, and you don't need any more than the traditional 3-inch clearance from your floor joist to your grid to be able to install these. Absolutely brilliant. The best thing about this is, if you don't like where the light is, you can install it, if you're smart, with a little extra wire, and you can move it from one part of the grid to the next so it can fit the design of the room. You can move your furniture and then reposition your lights. Absolutely brilliant way to go. Tons of flexibility and great lighting. Now here's a thought. For everybody who has a drop ceiling in their basement now, the grid size has not changed size over the years, which is mind-blowing to me because everything else in construction changes, but they're still going with a very standard 2 foot by 2 foot or 2 foot by 4 foot pattern. And all of those parts are available in your local store to lock in together. If you have an existing ceiling and you've got big box square can lights, like those old 9 by 9 inches, and you got to put in your bulb and they got a little piece of loose glass just floating there, and you want to upgrade, you can actually remove that one ceiling panel. You can go to the local store and get a replacement panel. If it's a 2 by 2 foot, you can get a bar and drop that in and replace it with one of these, all right? The wire that runs to that light is going to have no problem getting to this connection here on the top, okay? Because it can go in any corner. It's not restricted. So if you have any existing light right now, you can take it out of the ceiling, install one of these bad boys in your new ceiling, and wire it up to what's existing, okay? You don't even need a permit for that. You're just changing a fixture, and any homeowner can change a fixture. Black to black, white to white, make sure to secure your ground, and you're good to go. And once you've done that, consider the option, see all these extra ports? You can connect even more and more and more lights in your basement, and then you can change your switch to a dimmer because this new technology can be dimmed as well. And then you've got all the light or all the sexy comfort that you're looking for in your family room. The next style of light we have is for outdoors. Yeah, there's a ton of outdoor LED lighting that's absolutely brilliant. And there are solar LED options, which are nice, but generally speaking, in the northern climate, we get enough sunshine and battery life so you can have the lights turn on for a couple hours while you entertain, and then that's it. But if you want light on all the time, you can put it on a timer or on a switch and attach it to regular power. Now, this here is a brand new kind of light. And I'm gonna just take a second and assemble it for you so you get the dramatic effect here. All right. Wow. This is absolutely brilliant. Brilliant, get it? It makes light. Oh, cracking myself up today. Okay, this goes in here. This goes on top, you get the idea? Okay, this is designed to go on a regular standard 3-inch exterior pipe, which is the industry standard for all of your light fixtures outside. And this huge dome is completely weatherproof. The lights are concealed. It lights up like a 100-watt light bulb. Gives you amazing outdoor lighting. I've got 4 of these posts in my laneway. I'm putting these all up and down my driveway. Gonna be absolutely brilliant. And you ask yourself, wow, how much does that cost? I don't care. It's free hydro. LED lights use almost 0 power, and I'm never gonna have to go out in the middle of the winter and change another light bulb ever again. Hoorah. There we go. I'm gonna open up another package here. Not my favorite light yet, but it's getting there. This is pretty cool too. Now listen, if you're enjoying what you're seeing here today and your mind's being blown and you appreciate finding out about products you've never heard of before, then hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications. We're gonna be doing videos coming up in the future here for all the projects where we use these lights, and we're gonna do a video for how to do a suspended ceiling, right? I'm gonna make it, I'm not doing one, but I'm gonna make the video anyway, because you guys have been asking for it. And so we're gonna show you how to assemble all these things, so you don't wanna miss out on all that fun action. Now, this is a brand new world. It looks like a fluorescent light, but it's actually an LED strip. I'm actually putting this in my closet. Inside, I'm gonna have an 8-foot long closet, and so it'll be above my head in my closet. When I open the door, I'm gonna have a switch on my door, boom, turns on. Now check this out. This is the new wave. Again, color correction technology. You can pick the color to match the colors in the room. Huh? This is brilliant. You can take any room and add accent lighting with this LED strip, pick the color to match whatever lighting's in your room, and you can light up any space that you feel necessary. Of course, you can hot wire direct, and you can put it on a light switch if you want, but for me, I'm gonna go with an automatic control. And now it's time for my favorite light. This is a brand new Slimline LED. This thing is amazing. Now, I'm doing a project in my master bedroom. I'm vaulting my ceiling a little bit, just, you know, go from 8 to 13 feet. Nothing too dramatic. And we're putting in a whole bank of closet. 17 linear feet of closet space. It's going to be 6 massive doors. And every time I open up a door, I'd have to have 6 switches attached to the light in just that area. Or I've got this option, all right? I'm gonna have a vaulted ceiling and then a flat piece of ceiling. I'm putting in these lights. And check this out. That's a motion sensor. I know, it's almost too ridiculous, right? We're gonna set up the control and we're gonna put one of these lights in front of every door. And then anytime you open a door, poof, motion sensor goes off, the light goes on, all right? And if you forget to turn the lights off when you go to bed, the lights will turn themselves off anyway. This is a great way to go because it only uses the power when you need it, right? And you don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about which end of my huge closet is the light switch at. It'll just always work all the time. Such a sexy feature. If you weren't aware of it, motion sensors aren't just for outside to keep the raccoons away. You can use this in your house in any room you want. and you can have control over the power when and where you need it on demand. Now, as an added bonus, I've had a lot of questions from people in our other lighting fixture videos. How far away do you space your lights? I use two different rules of thumb. One is I put a light anywhere where I want light for a particular function. The other rule is every 42 inches in a grid pattern is really great natural lighting. Now remember, one of the things that is going to blow your mind as well, everything in these boxes is marked dimmable. Absolutely brilliant. You don't need special technology anymore. Just buy any standard light dimmer, and these new lights are going to work on that. In times past, LED lights have had issues with flickering and all kinds of bouncing and turning off or on when on the dimmer too low. But the new ones, never going to be a problem again, okay? Everything has changed in the world of LED lights. You can get whatever color, wherever you want the light, in any situation, controlled by a switch or automatic, in every kind of construction. It's simple. You don't have any more restrictions when your design process. So if you're renovating anything in your house, consider using LED lights. Look at your options. Go to our website of the GTA Electric. These are the guys that we're promoting because they're making this stuff available to you. It's a great price. Use our code. It's in the description below at checkout. Get 20% off your purchase. Come on, what a good deal. And just because I like full disclosure on my channel, I don't get a cut. All right? This is not about making me money. This is about getting you a great deal. This is something we're doing on this channel that's relatively new. If people are coming to us to do business, they've got to give you a great deal. Now we got more deals coming, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button. But check this thing out right here. You can check out our other how to install a pot light video. It gives you all the technical information you need to actually do the connections and cut the hole in the ceiling and all that kind of stuff. I'll see you soon.